Hello, welcome to this broadcast. Warriors 3-1, Excelsior Springs 1-3. I'm Toby Ford.
I'm Eli Bosley.
So Warriors coming off of a win against Ruskin, and Excelsior is coming off a loss. So what do you expect here, Eli?
Very fast tempo offense from Smithville. Get as much points on the board tonight as they can, kind of like they did with Ruskin last week.
Yes, Eli. The Warriors put on a show against Ruskin last week. They scored over 50 points, and the defense held Ruskin to just 6. So that was very impressive, and we'll see how if they can repeat that this week. So injury updates. Jet Coleman is back from a concussion, as he will be healthy and active today.
Good sign for the Warriors, getting their number one receiver back.
Justin Perkins, however, is still out, defensive lineman.
Yeah, big on that front four, but they seemed to do pretty well last week with Isaac Yoder. Or at the
I think it was Cole Becker.
Cole Becker. I meant Cole Becker. Doing pretty well with Cole Becker, putting him at the front four there. So shouldn't be much of a loss here for the Warriors. Obviously, it's not Justin Perkins, but they still played really well in the front four, especially with they put in the extra guys last week in that garbage time, so that was pretty good for them. A lot of experience gains there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and join the Tiger Pride marching bands as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. We ask that you please remain standing for the playing of the Excelsior Springs alma mater and fight song.
The Warriors take the field here. Andrew Hedgecorth, quarterback, leading them out. So Smithville Warriors on a mission since that loss against Kearney. Be looking for pure domination out of these Warriors tonight.
Nothing but domination, Toby.
So Excelsior has one win on the year. They beat Winnetonka in that game. So that's a pretty good win for them. And this is a rematch of what was the district championship game last year in the playoffs. The Warriors won that game 50-0.
I don't know. Are those shades of what might happen tonight?
We'll see. And so one of the things to be looking for here in this game, Excelsior is going to run a lot of run plays. They're not going to throw the ball very often. They're going to go old school.
The veer offense, which is something that we really haven't seen since like the 1970s.
They did it to us in the district championship game last year. Our defense did a great job handling it, shut them out. So
it's definitely one of my favorite types of offensive schemes. The veer offense is very old school.
Last year they also did like an onside kick every time they kicked it off last year. So we'll see what they do here tonight. So backup quarterback Jake Schaefer is going to be playing some receiver tonight, so that'll be something to look forward to on the Warriors' end.
I can't wait, Toby. Get Jake Schaefer involved more. It's going to be awesome tonight.
It's going to be fun to watch. You know, the Warriors don't have a lot of depth at wide receiver, so they're going to be – and who knows how much Jet's going to play as he started practicing again this week, so we'll see.
Yeah, you really can't evaluate based on their performance in PE, but Jet was going off pretty hard this week, so if that's a sign of anything to come, it's a pretty good sign.
Also, Jaden Bennett got a lot of carries last week, so we'll see what happens tonight. You know, Caleb Donnell and
Preston
Rash. Those two are going to be more focused on defensive end, or on the defensive side of the ball now that they're not playing against such a good opponent that they have to play both ways all the time.
Yeah, and I was talking with Preston Rash this week, and he did tell me he was going to be playing mostly defense this week, so that was kind of a preview of what to see. I think they're going to run a lot more with Jaden Bennett, kind of like what Toby just said. I don't know about Caleb Donnell. They might play him at DB a lot, so I don't know. Jaden Bennett might be number one in a couple drives.
Warriors also, one thing to notice, their kicker Logan Hennigan has been going through a bit of struggles lately. He's missed an extra point in each of the last two games. So that's something to be looking at here, how he responds from the adversity.
Yeah, the best advice I've just given him is just stay focused. It's just a slump. We'll get through it. And so, I mean, he makes some great kicks, but, obviously he has some moments. But he's still young. He's still learning. It's just got to give him time.
Warriors are one of the few football teams that they'll have Logan Hennigan kick extra points, but Zach Wheeler's their field goal kicker for the long one. So they're one of the few teams that does that.
It's good to have more than one kicker because, you know, strengths and weaknesses, but ultimately when it comes down to it, special teams as a whole is, you know, is functioning. So it's good to have more than one kicker on a team. See it in the NFL and college a lot. Well, a dude that does kickoff duties, but then they'll also have one for extra points and field goals. So it's good to use that dual.
Andrew Hedgecourt, Dawson Strickland, Kevin Flipchuck, and Derek Boyd out there for the coin toss for the Warriors. Excelsior Springs has a senior quarterback, Chance Moreland. So Chance Moreland, the senior QB for Excelsior this year. He's tall and big, so that's something to look out for. He'll be doing a lot of running in this offense, not a lot of throwing. Coach Ambrosen gets his team hyped up.
Pretty hyped right now.
He must have known the Excelsior coach. They walked up and gave each other a big hug at midfield.
Pretty good friendships between coaches.
Well, like I said earlier, it's hard to believe Warriors beat Excelsior in the district final game last year. 50-0 was the score. So that's hard to believe that the Warriors were just that good last year. So we'll see how they fare against Excelsior this come around.
Yeah, you know, one year it can be big, but you know the next year it could change. You never know.
Saw that with Kearney this year.
Yep.
Kearney went from being worse than Excelsior last year for the first time in school history to, you know, beating the defending state champs this year, beating the Warriors.
Yep, new coaching staff, new philosophy. I mean, that certainly helps. Get new coaches in there that have experience, and it'll definitely change a team around. So
we saw that when the Warriors brought in Coach Ambrosen.
Yeah.
Smithville, since bringing in Coach Ambrosen, fun stat for you guys, the Warriors have won district 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
And they've gone to the state semifinal game all 3 times, and one of those times to the state championship and winning the state championship, which was last year. But yes, since bringing in Coach Ambrosen, lots of success for the Warriors.
Definitely should have been 3 times to the state championship, but some pretty tight games there.
So Preston Rash and Ben Morosky back to return. And the kick is up, and it's an onside kick. And the Warriors boot it, but Sam Warrenson falls on it. So, yes, Excelsior continues from what they did last year, and they onside kick it to start the game, and the Warriors land on it.
Gutsy philosophy on special teams for them. Because, you know, it's not always going to fare off well.
And, you know, they're not – Excelsior isn't one of the most talented schools, so they got to beat you other ways.
Yeah. So Andrew Hedgecourt coming out for this Warriors offense.
So Max McKenzie out on one end. I believe it's either I think Carson Downey on the other end. Hedgecourt takes a snap, hands it off, and it looks like Caleb Donnell on the carry gets a gain of around 5.
Yeah, going to put him right about at the 50. Yep. So 2nd and 5 at the 49. That would be the Tiger 49, sorry.
So Warriors got a good start with good field position after the onside kick attempt by Excelsior.
Got to capitalize, though.
Kevin Flickchuck goes in motion as the tight end. Hedge court takes a snap. It's another handoff to Caleb Donnell, and Excelsior jumps on it. It'll be a loss of around 1 or 2, and that'll set up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should have passed there. Kind of get them up tempo. Kind of switch the plays now and then.
Well, you know
Run pass.
the Warriors are gonna try and win this game with their line. They know that when they play teams like Excelsior, like when they played Ruskin last week, they won that game up front. So they're probably gonna try that. Start out this one too.
Yeah. O-line has had some really good performances, especially last week. It was really good with Donnell and Rash getting the majority of the yards.
Hedge court takes a snap and looks on the out route. He's got Max McKenzie, makes a juke, and up to the 35-yard line and a 1st down for the Warriors. So Jet Coleman was not out there for that first set, but now he's going to come in and place for Ben Morawski as a slot receiver. And all year the Warriors have had the same formation, you know, 3 out wide, 1 slot receiver, and 2 wide receivers on the edge.
Yep, it makes the defense have to cover 3. They have to go to cover 3, so just creates holes in the defense that guys like Hedgecorth are going to be able to see. And
so Hedgecorth runs the ball here.
see, kind of like that. If there was a big hole in the defense, Hedgecorth would get that open space to run the ball on the QB draw.
And every now and then one will pop loose for 50 yards.
Exactly.
Hedgecorth has 2 rushing touchdowns this year for over 40 yards.
It's those little
this season.
It's those little intricate details, Toby, that give an offense advantage. If you can expose the defense's weaknesses, you'll definitely go to winning a state title, which is what they did last year and are continuing to do this year.
So 2nd down.
Regardless of what the record is.
So 2nd down of around 5. Hedgecourt takes a snap, hands it off to Caleb Donnell, gets a lead block, but a great tackle, and that'll set up 3rd down and around 4.
9 minutes left in the first quarter.
Excuse me, it'll be more like 3rd down and 3.
Looks like a 3rd down and 1. So
No,
there it is.
Yeah, they messed up the scoreboard there. Their real scoreboard at the game.
Hedgecourt's going to audible.
Hedgecourt making his audible. Takes a snap, hands it off to Caleb Donnell, and that'll be a 1st down for the Warriors. So we saw this last week. They had a 3rd down and short just like this last week, and
Donnell started tugging on his towel.
And Hedgecourt makes the audible to go to him, and the same thing happens here on this drive for 1st down. And it's the same run play too, same HB zone. So be looking for the Warriors, maybe take a shot downfield eventually here on this drive.
On the 24-yard line.
1st down and 10.
8 minutes left.
It's a handoff to Caleb Donnell. Stiff arms the player and breaks another tackle. Keeps on going. And that'll be another 1st down.
There was about 3 times where I thought Caleb Donnell was down on that play, but Donnie just keeps amazing. Sleepy Don. Don't sleep on Don.
Caleb Donnell is a special talent for the Warriors. But as good as he is at running back, he's a heck of a DB.
He's even better at DB.
So they're not going to use him all the time at running back.
2-time All-State DB.
He came to the sideline after that run. So 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Ben Morawski in the slot. Preston Rash at running back. RPO screen. He's got Carson Downey. Breaks the tackle.
Going to be close.
They're going to mark him short. That's the same RPO screen they ran quite a bit against Ruskin last week. Those were going to Max McKenzie last week. This time they go to Downey on the play.
Doesn't matter what receiver, as long as the play works.
First and goal. It's a quick snap. No huddle. Hedgecorth is into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors.
So there's that quick tempo offense, a hurry up. Had the defense right where they wanted them and took it right into the end zone.
And there's the dual threat QB we talk about. Hedgecorth.
Yep.
Hedgecorth may be the QB, but he leads the team in rushing touchdowns.
Logan Hennigan on to attempt the extra point. 6:51 left in the first.
So snap is in, a little bit low. Hennigan kicks this one up and good. So the Warriors take a 7-0 lead here with 6:51 to go in the first quarter.
So good so far for Hennigan. He just needs to keep it up.
So great start for the Warriors. And you know they've had that first drive scripted for a while.
Yep. We're watching game film this week with a couple of the players. They were just watching game film, you know, and we sit in class and just kind of watch it. And they were just focused on that first offensive drive, just like getting the points on the board. All the little plays that I watched them run. We're in for a show tonight, folks.
You know they're looking for nothing short than perfection because they know come playoff time they're going to run into Kearney again.
But this time, will they be ready? That's the question, Toby.
So Zach Wheeler will be kicking the ball off for the Warriors.
Zach Wheeler to kick for the Warriors.
The kick is up. It's a short one, and if Excelsior fumbles, and the Warriors are on it. Jake Schaefer falls on it.
Took a little bounce right in the arms of the Warriors. Great kick by Zach Wheeler. You know, it doesn't have to fall right back. It just needs to take a little bounce and hope that Excelsior can recover, but they didn't. And that's Warrior ball right at the 25. So great field position for the Warriors on that second
What
drive.
a hustle play by Jake Schaefer. He was getting ready to lay a hit on him, and he sees the ball fall out, and quick instincts as he falls on that. So now the Warriors have great field position. First down and 10 from around the 20-yard line. And it's a handoff to Donnell. Pitch back to Jet Coleman. Got tons of room to the 10, makes a juke past the 5-yard line to around the 4-yard line.
So that play I was just talking about where we were watching the game film, it was that exact same play, Toby. A little lateral to Jet Coleman there, little end around. And they executed that perfectly.
Perfect execution, like you said. And when you have a guy like Jet Coleman, you know he's going to take that far. He's got wheels behind him. It's in his name. He's a Jet.
Got the jet speed, Jet Max.
So first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Hedgecorth sends Jet Coleman in motion, fakes the touch pass, gives it to Preston Rash, and Rash is into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors. So there you go, Eli. 2 touchdowns in the span of less than 7 minutes. Start the game.
5:54 left in the first. Hennigan on to attempt his second extra point of the night.
And you know Excelsior likes to do their onside kicks. We don't even do an onside kick, and Warriors ended up with the ball there. And the Warriors take advantage of it here as Hennigan kicks the extra point. It's up and through, and Warriors take a 14-0 lead.
What we were talking about, it's good special teams all around. The strengths and the weaknesses. You can have 2 guys, one that specializes in kickoffs, and there you go. That's why we have one that does field goals and extra points and one that does kickoffs. Strengths and weaknesses. It's better that way anyways.
And Smithville's not taking it easy on anyone. They don't like losing, and I believe that loss to Kearney jarred a bolt through their legs.
Certainly awoke the beast.
You know, when you haven't, before that Kearney game, they hadn't lost in a year and a half. So when you haven't lost for that long, you know, when you do lose, you know, you're going to be motivated after that. It's going to wake you up a little bit.
Starshman and Gant back deep for the Tigers.
It's heartbreaking, especially when you lose to an enemy like Kearney, but it definitely brings you together as a team, regardless of what it is. It'll bring you together as a team, and it'll awaken those things that you didn't think were alive, but are now alive.
So here we go. Jake Schaefer on the outside part for special teams again. The kick is received, and Warriors have many people over there. And so Excelsior is going to start out not even getting to the 20-yard line. They'll have the ball around the 17.
Tackle by number 17, Sam Warnson.
Sam Warrenson on the tackle.
Attaboy, Sammy.
Tiger fans, first down.
So here we go. Excelsior Springs, they're going to do a lot of running the football. Don't be surprised, fans, when you see Excelsior run the ball and then run the ball again and then run the ball again.
So the Veer offense, it's kind of like a triple option.
So 1st and 10, it's a fake and a pitch, and Rakai Grant gets stopped around the line of scrimmage. So there he goes. Like you said, a triple option play. Chance Moreland fakes it to the running back and pitches it to Rakai Grant.
This is what we saw in college in the 1970s with teams like Nebraska. They ran that pretty well, I'd say. A lot of national championships under Osborne.
Well, this works for Excelsior. You know, they're not the most talented team, but they beat Winnetonka 35-7 this year. You know, it's working for them.
I don't care what the stats show. The fact that they're pulling this out in the high school in 2022 is pretty freaking awesome.
So here we go. Moreland hands this one off to the fullback, and the Warriors are all over it. As the D tackle, I believe Tristan Henshaw there made the tackle. So 3rd down and 9 for Excelsior. And don't be surprised if they run it here.
Nope.
3rd and 9, but they're not much of a throwing team. They got one receiver out there. And the veer option formation. It is a pass. It's a check down. And great tackle on the outside by Caleb Donnell. So 3 and out.
Lockdown corner.
And like we were just saying, Caleb Donnell, like you just said, Caleb Donnell, 2-time All-State corner.
4:06 left in the first. And Excelsior on their first offensive drive is going to have to punt here.
Ben Morowski back to return.
See if special teams can keep up that amazing effort and get a touchdown here. Be nice.
Andrew Hedgecourt just brought his offense over to the sideline, or his defense over to the sideline to show him something on film. The quarterback showing the defense some tricks.
Just going to let this punt bounce. Takes a good bounce at about the 37, 36-yard line. So once again, another great field position for the Warriors.
Not a very great punt as it only goes for around 20 yards. There's a penalty on the play.
There's a flag.
Warriors were close to blocking that punt. Jake Schaefer and Sam Warrenson were the closest there.
Hedgecourt's talking with his offensive line right now, Colby Harris and Cole Turner.
15 yards, automatic first down.
I think he's
So Excelsior is going to get a first down as the Warriors committed a penalty.
I think they're discussing a play. Definitely looks like they are.
The offense is getting ready to go on the field.
Yeah, now they have to wait.
So I think they called roughing the kicker there. So Excelsior gets a second chance here.
It had to have been. It was a 15-yard penalty, and they got an automatic first down. So
No wide receiver out there. QB making an audible. You know it's a run. They don't even have a wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious what they're doing.
Chance Moreland on the keeper. And Ryan Weir's and multiple linebackers there. That'll be a gain of around 4 for Excelsior. Derek Boyd on the tackle.
I just want to see Ryan Weirs get an interception. The 4th week of saying it. Maybe it'll happen. Just maybe.
So here we go. 2nd and 6. Chance Moreland making another audible. The Warriors defense communicating, tapping their helmets. They're loading the box again. 10 players on the box. Chance Moreland fakes it and keeps it. And multiple Warriors there to make the tackle, but Moreland is such a big quarterback. He gets all the way close to the first down, and they're going to move the chains. First down, Excelsior. So the Tigers there.
It's like imagining can you imagine Josh Allen, someone like Josh Allen running a triple option?
That's a good comparison, and that's the guy you really got to tune in on, Chance Moreland, the senior quarterback. He's a big, tall dude. So they're going to be using him a lot. So here we go, first down and 10. It's another fake and another run, just this time to the opposite direction. And Derek Boyd gets behind the line of scrimmage to make that tackle. And that'll be a loss of 1, set up 2nd down and 11. So here we go, 2nd down and 12. Warriors load the box. Here comes another audible. So far, every time they've done this, Chance Moreland has ended up keeping the football. Warriors have 6 or 7 guys. They jump off sides.
Oof. Big costly penalty. Had them right where they wanted them.
Might have been a false start, though. The refs are discussing it.
Yeah. I mean, I could see where it goes on both ways.
So it is a false start. That'll move the Tigers back 5 yards instead of 2nd down and 16.
Oof. Minute 18 left in the first.
So Excelsior, if you're the Tigers, you can't get backed up like this because you're going to be running the ball most of this game. And when you get backed up, you're going to have to not run the ball.
Especially with an offensive scheme like that. It's not designed to be, on a 2nd and long to be doing that. Oh, there was a slip.
So the quarterback pitches it backwards, and Jason Starchman trips and falls. So that'll set up 3rd down and 19. So does Excelsior throw it here, or do they run it?
Probably going to run it, but
watch for a screen pass here. 3rd down and 19. It's a pass. Moreland escapes the pocket. Dawson Strickland Derek Boyd brings him down.
Yeah,
Kevin Flipchuck.
Derek Boyd was in there. He was on a blitz, almost got to the quarterback. But
Kevin Flipchuck on the linebacker blitz comes in, but there's a flag thrown right after he hits the quarterback.
The pocket. I don't know.
They cannot call roughing the passer there. That was clean.
Intentional grounding. Intentional grounding. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was maybe intentional grounding because it looked like the quarterback left the pocket.
So they blowed it dead and called it a sack. That his progress was stopped before he threw it.
Yeah.
So Warriors bring in special teams. 4th down and 19 as they'll punt this one off.
Little short boot. I'll just let it bounce.
Another short punt. So the Warriors will take their possession on the Tigers' end of the field again.
As that is the end of the first quarter. So we will come back for the 2nd quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, Warriors lead 14-0. As we would like to thank our sponsors, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, Chops Barbecue, and Bashir's Tree and Lawn. So we'll be back for the 2nd quarter.
I didn't know this, but go ahead.
So here we go. Warriors will take the possession as they switch side of the field, start second quarter.
Ball on the Tiger 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
Colin Mueller in motion. It's a screen pass to Ty Adkins. Breaks, and he's going to run all the way across the field but backwards, and the Warriors will lose 3 yards there. Ty Adkins tried to do one of those Tyreek Hill plays.
Fully capable of it, but he just didn't get the coverage there. That's all right, though.
Sometimes Tyreek Hill inspires you, you know.
A lot of them inspire.
He sure did inspire him.
It's more than Tyreek Hill. He's got a lot of receivers that are doing that nowadays.
He sure did inspire DeMarcus Robinson, seemed like last year when DeMarcus Robinson, every time he caught the ball for the Chiefs, he ran 10 yards backwards. So 2nd down and 13 for the Warriors. It's a good attempt by Ty Adkins trying to make a play. Hedgecorth hands that one off. And there's a big hole, broken tackle, and Jaden Bennett past the 1st down marker.
There we go.
And there you go.
Senior.
Jaden Bennett, 4th string running back. He's been getting a lot of attention now. With they're kind of focusing on Donnell and Rash on defense, and with Aiden Ambrosen out, he was the other running back, plays linebacker. So
In comes Preston Rash.
you know, 3 running back system. It seems to be working. You know, their legs are fresh.
Oh, and they're going fast on this play.
Excelsior dropping back. They're playing not to give up the deep one. Hedgecourt pump fakes. He's going to look deep anyways. Poster out for Max McKenzie as he runs under it.
Oh.
Touchdown! Touchdown Warriors! Max McKenzie snatches the DB's ankles, runs past the safety, and a 50-yard bomb to Max McKenzie. The lead receiver for the Warriors. What a snag, and the Warriors lead 20-0.
And that was put perfectly in stride, Toby.
What a beautiful throw by Hedgecorth.
They didn't skip a beat on that throw.
Best throw of the year.
Hennigan on to attempt his 3rd extra point of the night. 2 for 2 so far.
This one's good. So, Hedgecorth, you know, he's been going through a little bit of struggles lately, but that throw was beautiful. A 50, I mean, that was a cannon of an arm. He threw that one over 50 yards of air distance. He dropped back. That's 50 yards air distance right there.
I talked to him after the game last week, and he did tell me his hand's feeling just a little bit better.
Well,
I think it's feeling completely better because
it sure did show there. That was a great throw.
50-yard bombs like that don't come with injured hands.
But when he drops back past the 40-yard line, chucks that to the back of the end zone, that's a 50-yard throw right there, 50 yards of air distance. And Max McKenzie just so fast. Love to see it.
I mean, that comes naturally because he uses that for baseball too, and you got to throw long distances.
And
in
basketball.
Baseball.
Well,
no,
you're talking about Hedgecorth?
He's a wrestler.
You're talking about McKenzie. McKenzie plays basketball.
McKenzie does, yeah.
McKenzie.
Back deep for the Tigers, Starchman and Gant. Putting it on a team for the Warriors, Wheeler.
But yeah, you can make that comparison to Max McKenzie. I mean, you got to box out in basketball. That's why we see a lot of basketball players play tight ends nowadays. They don't,
Max McKenzie that's a beautiful post route. You know, right before that play, you know, Excelsior is dropping back their corners like they knew we were going to take a shot downfield.
Oh, and that ball hit him right in the hands, and he still couldn't come up with it. Almost another fumble by Excelsior. 10:20 left in the half. Warriors up 21-0.
So Max McKenzie leads the team in touchdown catches. I believe he's got 4 or 5 of them now in the year.
Yeah, Max McKenzie is definitely, although he's not the receptions guy, but he's the receiving touchdown guy. And they have Jet Coleman out there for the catches and the end arounds. But Max McKenzie is a pretty reliable receiver when you get into the end zone.
He's just one of those guys who's just a straight-up scorer. I feel heartbroken to say that I beat his fantasy team this weekend.
Ooh.
Never mind, I don't feel heartbroken. I was very excited.
I was excited. I finally got a win in fantasy this week, but I'm not going to win this week. Or last week. I don't think I'm going to win this week, though. Playing a pretty formidable opponent.
I'm playing safety Sam Warrenson this weekend.
I'm playing scalable teammate Nate Kershaw this week.
So here we go. Another QB run. Warriors contain it pretty well. I'll set up 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers. Derek Boyd making a lot of tackles, and he's playing a lot of snaps. His knee must be feeling a lot better. So 3rd down and 1. Expect a QB sneak or a QB run of some sorts, or a fullback handoff. 9 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Warriors load the box. And it's a fake and a QB run, and Chance Moreland is past the marker and a 1st down for the Tigers.
Really well done on the Excelsior offense, getting the 1st down there. They're starting to prove that it'll work. They just got to get points on the board now. Because what is it? Smithville gets 2 more touchdowns. It's a running clock.
Yep, it's a 35-point lead, starts the running clock.
Yeah, so if that happens, Excelsior's at a disadvantage because they're going to lose. They're losing time because the clock doesn't ever stop.
But this is also how Excelsior wants to play, this running football, conservative football, to kind of counteract that and keep the clock running so they can keep the ball out of the Warriors' offense's hands as long as possible.
That is true, though. The longer you can get the ball out of the Warriors' hands, the safer you'll be.
Andrew Hedgecourt looks dangerous.
Yep.
He's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's the guy, come playoff time. Other teams are going to be looking at him. They're not going to want to face him. 2nd down long. Chance Moreland fakes the handoff, runs the ball.
Andrew Hedgecourt is the kind of dude that makes defensive coordinators go home at night, and they have shivers about facing him.
For how short he is for a quarterback, he's just so dangerous to play against at the high school level. The dude can run, throw. He can do it all.
Don't dog on short quarterbacks, Toby. I mean, look at Doug Flutie.
Andrew Hedgecourt's got a ring to show for it from last year.
Yep.
So 3rd down at 9 for the Tigers. 1 wide receiver out there. Warriors load the box. It's a QB run to the outside. They got a couple blockers, and Moreland's got another 1st down. And it seems like every time refs are actually going to mark this short, so it's going to be 4th and short. But it seems like every time Excelsior's in need for a play, they result to their quarterback, Chance Moreland. So 4th down and 1 here, 7 minutes to go. Excelsior is going to go for it. 2 wide receivers out there this time, probably to spread the Warriors out, and it's a QB sneak.
It's a 4-down. It's 4-down football for Excelsior. Obviously you aren't going to punt the ball on 3rd down in a situation like that where you can just give the ball back to the Warriors and they'll score. But it's 4-down football.
Warriors are pointing the other way, but the refs say that it's a 1st down for the Tigers. And this is what's going to keep Excelsior in the game. You may not think of it, but running the ball is going to keep Excelsior in the game. Six minutes to go. They're going to try and run most likely the rest of this clock here in this half and try and finish with the touchdown drive too. So it'll keep them in this game because it'll keep the ball to the Warriors' hands and keep it close for now. Chance Moreland on the keeper. Tristan Hunshaw makes the tackle.
Number 2, Chance Moreland on the run for the Tigers.
So 2nd down and around 8 or 7. 2nd and 7. So Excelsior got 2 wide receivers out wide. Warriors showing blitz. Lots of guys on the line. Kevin Footchuck on the edge. They do blitz, and Chance Moreland goes backwards, and it's a loss.
Play broke down, and Moreland had nowhere to go. Swarmed by a bunch of Warriors.
Eli Knorr on the tackle. So that'll set up 3rd down and 10. Eli Knorr, big D tackle. He has a touchdown this year.
He does.
First game of the year, scoop and score.
Yep. It's that fullback speed. You know, unless you have to go up against him, you won't know how fast he is, but pretty fast dude.
Until he runs out of breath.
Had to chase that dude down a couple times. Been there, done that. Not fun.
3rd down and 7, or 3rd down and 10, excuse me, and Moreland drops back.
Ooh.
He's hit as he throws, and it's a loss of yards as Caleb Donnell.
That was Sam Warrenson on that brought on that blitz, so almost a sack there for Sam Warrenson.
Great tackle by Caleb Donnell as that brings up 4th down and 11, and Excelsior brings in the special teams unit.
Got 4.5 minutes left till halftime. So pretty.
And this is what you want to see when the Warriors play an opponent like Excelsior Springs. You want to see them just play a perfect game. They're trying to be as perfect as possible, as precise as possible.
Pretty good start for the Warriors so far as Morosky.
There's a flag.
No, I think that was just
Oh, yeah, it was a marker.
I think it was just
the
the ref throwing the marker.
Tackle made by number 20, Matthew Barber.
So Hedgecourt takes the field with a touchdown pass under his belt tonight.
So 4:16 left in the half as Hedgecourt's going to come out for the Warriors offense, starting at their own 21-yard line.
You know, great thing about Max McKenzie, you know, he's a hungry wide receiver. He's telling me, you know, he wants to be able to have the opportunity to make plays every game. I mean, even when they play against teams that they're going to run the ball a lot, he's excited when they call his name for a play. Screen pass to Jake Schaefer, and Jake Schaefer's got a hole in a
He's got wheels.
1st down, and that's what we're talking about, the backup quarterback. His speed has really increased throughout his high school career. And Jake Schaefer catches the screen pass and takes it 10 yards for a 1st down.
That was nice.
So, you know, being the backup quarterback, they're going to try and get him involved however they can.
Yeah. Since we know Hedgecourt's going to be quarterback.
And you know the potential and the athletic ability of Jake Schaefer as well.
It's like a utility. Just use him like a utility player, kind of like in baseball. I mean, he plays baseball, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shortstop on the baseball field.
So just use him like a utility player in baseball because he's a baseball player.
He's the same position.
Oh,
as
there's a
Hedgecourt.
flag. That might be a face mask on Excelsior.
Number 20, Preston Rash on the carry. Penalty flag on the play.
Amber pretty heated about that one.
Face mask.
It is.
So the 15-yard penalty will give the Warriors a 1st down.
At the 47, I believe.
15 yards. Result first down.
Oh, nope, they'll put it at the 44. So 3.5 minutes left for the Warriors in the first half. Up 21-0.
You know, the Warriors, you know, beginning of this year, they showed some struggles, you know, those first few games, like the Platte County and Kearney game. Good competition, and just the fact that new players, you got new chemistry out there. And right now they're gelling really well.
It's a little different than last year.
Handoff goes to Preston Rash, who gets a block and takes it past almost to the 40-yard line, and another 1st down for the Warriors. And that's what we're talking about when they keep the fresh legs, rotate in the running backs.
O-line's starting to wake up.
So 1st down and 10. Ben Morowski in the slot and Jake Schaefer out wide. Morowski goes in motion. Hedgecourt takes a snap, play action, runs to his right.
He's going
looking
to go deep here.
deep. He's got Vinmarowski on the cross to the 20. Breaks a tackle, went all the way to the 10 and out of bounds. And there's the slot wide receiver speed of Vinmarowski. And this is the Warriors using their depth at their finest. You know, they can ease Jet Coleman back from his concussion injury because they know they got guys like Ben Rossi to step up in his place in that slot.
And Jake Schaefer, too.
And Jake Schaefer.
I don't know. Jake Schaefer, I don't know. They should just start playing him at receiver. Obviously, you know, he's going to be starting quarterback next year. But for right now, play him at wide receiver.
So first down and 10. Hedgecourt hands it off to Preston Rash. Gains about 2 yards there. Set up 2nd and 8. So you have also, you know, when you're the Warriors, you don't have like the Rhett Foster or the Kelton Nitchie that you had last year. Instead, you got multiple guys. You can spread it around.
Yeah.
And Hedgecourt can, you know, kind of read the defense and just pick the defense apart.
10 yards to go, under 2 minutes, rather. 2nd and 6.
So 2nd and 6 here. Jake Schaefer out wide.
Got him in one-on-one. It's going to be interesting. Made a motion.
They jet touch pass to Jet. And Jet Coleman gets to the 1 yard line. And that play has his name written all over it. Jet touch pass. Literally. The jet touch pass goes to Jet Coleman. And there's a flag.
On what?
So that's a holding. So the Warriors will have 2nd and 16 after the play.
They're just salty that play was ran to perfect execution, Toby.
Well, if we had the technology to show that instant replay,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd find the hold, but
Oh, well.
we're not CBS Sports, so.
We're Fox. We're NBC.
Or apparently Prime Video now.
Yeah, we're ABC.
It's the 2nd down and 16.
I don't know. Does Apple want to get involved now?
Hedgecourt
Apple
takes
TV
a snap.
Plus?
QB draw. Juke move. And there's the dual threat QB at its finest. As the Warriors get some yards back. Now they'll set up 3rd down and 11.
So be about a.
Or 3rd and 9.
Okay, there it goes. That's even better. So this would be about a 32-yard field goal. If they wanted to try it, make it a 24-point game going into halftime, which is a pretty decent field goal. I'd say that's pretty within Zach Wheeler's range. It's worth the shot.
Zach Wheeler's 1 for 2 on field goals this year. He made a 34-yarder, and he also missed, I believe it was a 45-yarder in that Kearney game. But, you know, his range isn't in the 40s. It's in the 30s.
It's worth a shot.
29 seconds to go. As the Warriors use their first time out of the half.
For the Warriors.
So the Warriors in this game, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. They've been perfect. They're looking to make it 4 for 4. And with how much Excelsior's run it, they've only had the ball. They've only had 4 drives, but they're 3 for 3 so far, and they're attempting their 4th drive.
Time management.
So 3rd down and 9. Carson Downey out wide. Jet Coleman in the slot. Hedgecourt takes his drop back, looks to throw. Now he's going to run. Makes a juke, cuts it back to the 1 yard line. And it's going to be interesting. They're going to give it a 1st down and set up 1st down and goal.
Little intricate details, Toby.
So the clock's going to stop temporarily for the 1st down as the Warriors no huddle back to the line. Hedge court takes a snap. It's a QB run. Flag goes up.
Oh, come on.
Hedge court on the carry.
It's almost likely like a false start or a legal shift right here.
Yeah, probably.
That's what happened. That's the result a lot when you go into a huddle. But
Yeah, quick huddle.
smart to go quick huddle here when you have 20 seconds on the clock and you can catch the defense off guard. So it wasn't a bad play there.
Not at all.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down. Timeout Smithville.
So legal formation as that'll set up first down and goal. Warriors call timeout to stop the clock. So 10 seconds to go. Maybe run one play here and then kick the field goal. So the Warriors will have one play probably to score a touchdown, and then from there on, most likely kick the field goal.
25-yarder right now, so very well within Wheeler's range. So just take the points while you can.
Trying to find where Wheeler's out on the sideline right now.
Yeah, where is this? They don't have the kicking net set up, so. Oh, okay, well they do, but they don't have anyone over there right now. It's very interesting.
I'm wondering if he already just got warmed up and now he's on the sideline ready to go.
I'd say he's really close to the sideline for where the coaches can just tap him in when they need him to go in. I can't see him though, so we'll find him.
So first down and goal from the 8-yard line. Jet Coleman in the slot. Hedge course sends Colin Mueller in motion, takes a snap, looks on the in route, slant to Max McKenzie, and it's off his hands and incomplete.
It's close. Take the field goal now.
Great throw by Hedgecorth.
Here we go.
Max McKenzie just kind of quite squeeze it and pull it in. But beautiful route running by Coleman and McKenzie to run off each other like that.
Timeout called by Excelsior's.
Can we get the lights off up there on the car?
Oh,
So there's lights on the car that could be distracting the kicker from outside the stadium.
I don't know if they'll hear that, but whatever. It's worth a try.
So Zach Wheeler will kick what I believe to be as a 30-yard field goal. The snap is in, kick is up, and it
Got
is no good as it's wide right.
Oh,
Field goal attempt is no good.
it looked like it went in.
Into the first half.
It was super high, so you could tell, you couldn't really tell, but once the
No.
ball started traveling towards the right, they said it was no good. So Warriors 21, Tigers 0. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Bashir's Tree and Lawn, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, and Chops Barbecue, as we'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, Warrior fans, for the second half. Here as 2 minutes away from getting underway for the third quarter. Warriors have a 21-0 lead over Excelsior Springs. The Smithville Warriors will kick off to start the second half as they had ball first to start the game. My partner Eli Bosley will be taking over play-by-play as I'll move to color commentary for the second half.
Color commentary and color comedy, Toby. That's what we specialize in.
So Smithville's looked pretty dominant so far. They had one drive that had to kick a field goal before halftime ran out, but the kick was missed. Just barely. It was just barely off to the right.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the angle, but it looked like it went in.
It was just kicked really high, so it's hard to tell.
And that's usually what it is.
Those-
It's kicked really high that you can't tell.
Yeah, you got to really follow the ball, and those are the ones that oftentimes don't go in because you give it a chance for the wind to catch it when you kick it that high.
Council is sponsoring a community pancake breakfast fundraiser to kick off homecoming festivities next Friday morning from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. right here at Tiger Stadium. Cost is $10 and includes pancakes, sausage, and a drink of your choice. Thank you for your support of ESHS Student Council. The Tigers would like to thank our platinum level sponsor, the Simmons Sales Team, for sponsoring all of the Tiger first downs this season. Buying a home can be intimidating. That's why Jake, Melissa, and Robin are waiting to help you love where you live. The Excelsior Springs Tigers would also like to thank our Tiger level sponsor, Chuck Anderson Ford in Excelsior Springs. Chuck Anderson Ford is a family-owned and operated dealership that has proudly supported Excelsior Springs and the surrounding areas since 1974. Chuck Anderson Ford proudly supports the Tigers as we kick off this third quarter.
So Zach Wheeler will kick it off for the Warriors here. Whistle blows.
The football fell off the holder.
So Carson Downey will hold it for Wheeler. Yeah, it's a little windy tonight, folks. Temperatures in the mid-50s.
Feels pretty cold.
It does.
I'm rethinking my decision to wear a t-shirt.
That hot chocolate was really good and warmed me up. Oh, fumble by Excelsior. There's a flag on the play.
Block in the back. This one's going to come back. But once again, Excelsior muffs the catch on the kick return.
Lane Pulse on the tackle. Penalty flag down.
Block in the back on the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down, Excelsior.
So that'll push them back. So Excelsior will take possession.
First and 10, looks like the 30. Or nope, they'll push it back to the 20.
Yeah, they're going way back from the spot of the foul. It's going to be around the 15 or 10-yard line.
Oh, they put them on the 10. Oof. Tough start for the Excelsior Springs Tigers the second half. Not where you want to be. Already down 21. And there's another flag, so even worse.
Illegal shift. All three referees threw their flag at the same time. That's a good referee crew right there.
Yep.
All on the same page.
I like the microphones, too. They have microphones tonight. It helps us a lot when we know what kind of fouls they're calling.
So with the false start, that'll be 1st and 15 at the 5-yard line.
There's a run play by Excelsior. Big run. Right around back to the line of scrimmage. That is
Number 3, Carson Jackson on the carry for the Tigers.
that's Carson Jackson on the carry.
Tackle on the play made by
Number 3,
Caleb Donald.
Donnell on the tackle.
2nd down.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers at the 15-yard line.
So we're like 2nd and 2 or 3 here. I think the scoreboards are on.
There's another run play. Looked like the Jackson again.
Excelsior Springs has a guy limping off here,
Carson
or
Jackson on the
shaking
carry
his
for the
leg out.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman.
Tackle on the play made by number 4, Dawson Strickland. And number
Big
4,
3rd down.
Boyd brings up 3rd down for the Tigers.
Just be ready for the ball to be put in Chance Moreland's hands, quarterback. He's in the main guy on 3rd
He's
downs
the
all
most
night.
reliable. A flag on the play. That's
I think
going
it's
to be
another-
false start.
Yep, false start. Excelsior Springs just shooting themselves in the foot.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
3rd down and 8. So 3rd down and 8. Probably another run. Probably Chance Moreland.
Yep, there it is. And there's a pitch. Oh! Great tackle there for, is that Sam Warrenson?
Sam Warrenson and Derek Boyd,
Yep.
as well as Ryan Weir is on the play.
So quick 3 and out for the Tigers here, and Ben Morawski will be back deep to return this punt.
Andrew Diornelis in punt formation for the Tigers.
So 4th and 8,
Benjamin Borowski deep for the Warriors.
or 4th and 10. Here's the punt from their own end zone.
Just let it bounce. It's going to go inside about inside the 30. Down to the 35-yard line. So Warriors getting great field position here off these punts. 9:37 left in the 3rd quarter. And they will start off their first offensive drive of the 2nd half at the Tiger 35-yard line. So great stop by the defense there to start off the 2nd half.
Goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line where Smithville will start 1st and 10.
Looks like, is that Caleb Donnell or Preston Rash starting in the backfield? I can't tell.
I think it's Donnell.
It's
Or
a pass to
it's
Max
Rash.
McKenzie. A little quick screen there.
18, Max McKenzie. Tackle on the play made by number 12.
I'm going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't get very much. If at the least,
I
the
think
last
he got
one.
one. I think he got one.
Got one.
That's where the chains are at. Should be 2nd and 9. But, you know, they like doing those screens to Max McKenzie because
Yeah.
he'll break those open.
Very heavy chance. So there's a pitch to Preston Rash. Not going to get very much on that play, but
Preston Rash on
about
the
2
carry for the
yards.
Warriors.
Going to mark him down for 1.
Tackle for the Tigers.
So it'll be a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. I'm not sure if they even gave him a yard there. Not a great spot. Maybe a half a yard. So 3rd and 8. Jack Coleman in the slot. Pay attention. Jack Coleman could be open here.
Send Preston Rash out to the left. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was play breaking down and he had to get it out quickly, so he just threw it to Jack Coleman there. But
I think they were looking for the drag route from
Yeah.
Coleman, but it never really freed up. And
he had Preston Rash on the left side there, kind of running a little. Oh, roughing the passer. That's plus 15. So that'll put the Warriors on the that'll put them at the 18-yard line. So costly penalty by Excelsior's defense there, but that's great for the Warriors. 8:06 left in the third quarter.
first down and 10.
Hedgecourt takes a snap, hands it off to his running back. I believe is he's still going. Is that Caleb Donnell?
Yes, Donnell on the
Sleepy
carry.
Don bursting through those holes. And that'll be first and goal at the 5. 7:53 left in the third quarter.
Be ready for a screen pass here to one of the receivers. Or another Hedgecourt run.
If it presents itself, it's going to Hedgecourt. This is another run play with Caleb.
Read option, Hedgecourt kept it.
Oh,
He didn't go very
see, he
much.
had me fooled too.
Defense did a great job containing that one. It's a second and goal.
At the 4, 7 minutes. 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
So they tried to read option. Now let's see if they try the wide receiver screen here. Or maybe just a lob up in one-on-one coverage to one of the receivers.
Yeah. I mean, Max McKenzie's open. Well, he looked like he was open. Just lob it up to Jack Coleman. Jack Coleman can catch. As there's a handoff, Caleb Donnell for a Warrior touchdown. Sleepy Don for 6.
Caleb Donnell with a nice run as he hits the gap, and that's what all the running backs told to do. You know, the offensive line do the job, and running back hit the hole. Great job by Caleb Donnell as the Warriors put up 6 and a third or fourth straight touchdown for Caleb Donnell. He's got a touchdown game streak going where he gets a touchdown every game.
Hennigan on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. He got it.
That was close.
That was close.
It's kicked really high, so. So Warriors have a 28-0 lead here, 6:40 to go in the third quarter. One more touchdown will set up a running clock for the rest of the game.
Gant and Starchman back deep for the Tigers. Wheeler to kick off for the Warriors.
Zach Wheeler kicking off for the Warriors. 6:40 left in the third quarter.
Pay attention to Jay Schaefer on the outside. Already has
Yep.
a fumble recovery on the kickoff.
I'm going to be watching him. As that is recovered at the 10 and gets across the 30. I'm going to say, can't really tell. I'm going to say he's about the 34-yard line.
Return for the Tigers. Number 26, Alex Hutchcraft on the tackle.
Alex Hutchcraft on the tackle. .6:35 left in the third.
Tiger fans, remember,
1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 37-yard line.
your hometown realtors.
A flag on the play. I guess holding.
Rakai Gant on the carry. Penalty flag down.
Illegal shift on the offense. 5 yards, still first down.
First and 15 for the Tigers at the 32-yard line. There's a pitch. Not going to get very much. Tackled by a herd of Warriors right there.
Warriors
At
linebackers
the line of
have done
scrimmage.
Warriors linebackers have done a great job containing the pitch out wide tonight. They've done a very good job containing it, and really the only thing the Tigers have really been able to get going is just those QB runs.
.540 left in the quarter. 2nd and 15 for the Tigers at the 32. 28-0 Warriors. There's another handoff. It's time for the running back. That is number
22, Ethan Williams on the carry for the Tigers.
number 22, Ethan Williams.
Tackle on the play made by number 17,
Gets about
Sam
6.
Warrenson.
About 6 on the play. Brings up 39 at the 37-yard line. 5:10 left.
So now if you're Excelsior, do you throw it or run it? Another big question here on 3rd down. You love to run the ball, but it's 3rd and 9, you're down by 28. Eventually you got to throw it, right?
Got to throw it. Which I don't know very many pass plays in the Veer offense. They might have to go outside the outside the playbook here.
Chance Moore
But they don't.
Oof.
So they're stacked up pretty quickly, and
tackle led by number
now they have a 4th down decision to make.
brings up 4th down.
They bring on the special teams.
Ben Murawski back deep to return the punt yet again. 4:30 left in the quarter. 28-0 Warriors. Take a bounce out of bounds at about the 33, 34-yard line. So Andrew Hedgecorth will get his guys together and start this drive. Can't see where they marked. Okay, they'll give them a little bit more. I'm going to say the 37, 38. So 4:10 left in the quarter. Warriors will start at their own 37-yard line. One more touchdown and it'll be a running clock the rest of the game.
To learn more, go to libertyhospital.org/lifeinmotion. Liberty Hospital is Excelsior Springs High School's official provider of athletic training services and sports medicine.
Man in motion to the right is Tristan Henshaw. Hedgecourt's going to roll to his left. Gets a man downfield and is caught. That is number 87. Or no.
Jet Coleman.
Just Jet Coleman, sorry.
What a throw by Hedgecorth on the run to his left during sidearm. And that's what we saw him. We saw him do that against Kearney, except against Kearney that was an interception. Maybe that's a sign that his hand is looking a lot better.
I'd say so.
Being able to make that throw across his body like that on the run. That's the kind of amazing attributes Andrew Hedgecorth has in his skill set that can be shown later on this year. That will be a huge part for the Warriors.
Gets into Tiger territory. Ball at the Tiger 49. Hedgecourt takes the snap. Is going to hand it off to his running back, Preston Rash. It's Preston Rash for about 8 yards.
Rash on the carry. Tackle made by number 25, Dawson Claypole.
Jake Schaefer on the field.
2nd and 1 at the 40. 3:21 left in the quarter. Yeah, why not run it with Jake Schaefer? Show off his wheels. I did say last week, maybe we'll see some of Jake Schaefer at running back this time.
Running back.
Why not? Show off his wheels. Fakes. Goes left. Oh, that is a wide open pass. For a Warrior. Oh, he dropped it. No,
Touchback. Excelsior Springs are going to take over possession.
18, Max McKenzie.
Now they're going to. Is it? No,
I mean,
they're going to calm down. Not a touchback.
They were signaling for a catch. They
was
were
scary.
signaling that it was a catch.
That was
Max McKenzie catches right on the 1 yard line. 1st and goal. 2:45 left in the quarter.
So that's what's been missing all year. The hitch and goes. That's what they
Yeah.
did all the time last year with Rhett Foster and Kelton Nitchie. But with new receivers, they've struggled to get that going. And there was the hitch and go, and it worked out great. But McKenzie, this super close to getting a touchdown there. Great hustle play by McKenzie, as he's up over 100 yards receiving now.
Hands it off to his running back,
Touchdown run by number 22.
Caleb Donnell, for a touchdown. Sleepy Don into the end zone yet again. 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 34-0, and the Warriors are 1 point away from a running clock. The rest of the game, 2:41 left in the 3rd quarter.
Donnell's got like 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns on the year now, and
Dual threat.
very
There,
great running.
that's a dual
Yeah.
threat. Can he get on to attempt the extra point? Kick is up. It is good. 35-0 Warriors.
So this is what you love to see for the Warriors is your QB1 connecting with your wide receiver 1. And, Hedgecourt and McKenzie have connected for 2 bombs today, and McKenzie's up over 80 receiving yards, and that's exactly what you want to see from your guys. And if Hedgecourt and McKenzie can develop the connection once that Foster and had with Hedgecourt and Nitchie had with Hedgecourt from last year, if
Yep.
McKenzie can develop that, that'll be a huge part to his passing game.
It'll be big for when he returns for his senior year next year. See if the kind of chemistry he brings with Hedgecourt he'll have with Jake Schaefer next year. Get some good calls out of Toby next year. Some Schaefer to McKenzie.
For sure.
See it a lot.
For sure. Maybe McKenzie is motivated because I whooped him in fantasy football.
That is a very good reason.
Stephon Diggs and Jalen Hurts. I was supposed to lose that game, but
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't play Nate Kershaw last week. He had Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and who's his quarterback? Anyways, he had 3 guys that got over 40 points last week. And I was like, I'm so glad I didn't play him last week. And I
That's
feel
tough.
bad for the guy that played him. But it was actually a pretty close game.
But yeah, I had a 19% chance to win, and Stephon Diggs got me 44, and Hurts got me 30. That's winning recipe right there.
Got a 64-36 split. I got the 36%. It's about a 20-point margin.
So 35-0. The clock should be running the rest of the way out as long as the lead stays this way.
Flag on the Tigers. We'll bring them back 5 yards.
Dead ball. Ball start.
It's a false start. That'll bring him back 5 and put a 1st and 15 at the 34. Minute 51 left in the third. The clock stopped there, so. Moreland audibling, and he's going to take off and run this ball. Not going to get very much.
Chance Moreland on the carry for the Tigers.
About a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, so not very much out of that play.
Tackle led by number 22, Caleb Donnell.
Caleb Donnell on the tackle as we approach 1 minute left in the third quarter.
This Warriors defense has just shown
Absolutely amazing.
pure dominance tonight. Excelsior Springs hasn't really gotten on the Warriors side of the field all game.
Handoff to the running back. That is
Jackson on the carry for the Tigers.
Carson Jackson, the running back on the carry there. It's pretty close to the first down line. I'm going to say about 5 yards,
22, Caleb Donnell.
about 5 yards short maybe.
Down for the Tigers.
3rd and 7. The 42. So they get one more playoff before the third quarter ends.
Fumble.
Oh, and that didn't go very well. That is Warrior ball. Kevin Flipchuck on the recovery. What a way to end the third quarter. Score at 3 after 3. Your Warriors 35, Excelsior Springs 0. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Warriors starting at the Tiger 42-yard line when we return. Warriors at the Tiger 42-yard line. Or sorry, the Tiger 38-yard line. They moved it up 4 yards. 35-0 Warriors, basically in control of this game.
Jake Schaefer's out there on the QB run.
So they're going to let Jake Schaefer take the fourth quarter, give Hedgeworth the rest. Had a pretty good game, Toby.
Hedgeworth had a great game. Pretty good, might be.
Max
An
McKenzie's off
understatement.
too, as is Ty Atkins. I think they're going to get the starters. Except for Jet Coleman, maybe. Play him a little more.
Jake Schaefer be ready for lots of runs by the quarterback. They don't want to throw the ball too much with a big lead.
Oh,
so
no, there's Ty Atkins. Ty Atkins and Jet Coleman out to the left. Schaefer's going to hand off to his running back. Preston Rash on the carry. Gets about 4 yards.
On the tackle for the Tigers.
They'll mark it as 5, give him a 3rd and 1 at the 29-yard line. 10:56 left in the game.
if you're ready for a QB option here.
Why not? You got Jake Schaefer. He's got wheels. Audibling. There's a handoff to Preston Rash again. This time it's going to be for a first down.
So there's that audible. They must have that
Yeah,
designed because they've done that twice now this game, and they did it last game. Like if they see something with the quarterback, see something with the defense, they do that audible and give it to the back.
Yep.
HB zone. It's worked all 3 times.
It has. O-line's doing their job. That's what you want to see, especially with the new offensive line like this. A lot of new faces up front. Schaefer's going to look to his left, bounces off, almost intercepted. Almost a costly play there from Schaefer. But it's just in garbage time, so 9:40 left in the game. It's 1st and 10 at the 27. Oh, it should be second and 10 now at the 27.
Schaefer.
All right, there it goes.
Schaefer was looking for that slant route there, but failed to see the guy underneath.
Yeah.
It's a good look. It was a good defensive play. Those are the reps you want
Colin
Schaefer to get
Mueller in motion to the left, and there's a handoff to Jaden Bennett. Going to get pretty close to the first down.
Matthew Barber on the tackle for the Tigers.
Nine yards on the carry. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 at the Tiger 19-yard line. 8:48 left in the game. 2 men out wide this time. 1 to the right. Mueller's going to go in motion again. There's a handoff again. Is it Jaden Bennett again? Jaden Bennett with another carry. Puts him down at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1 yet again. 8:22 left in the game.
Bennett's looking really explosive right now.
The senior.
It's good to know and that you got a plethora of running backs to look to.
Another handoff to Jaden Bennett for a Warrior touchdown. Wide open. Great touchdown by the senior.
That was a QB read for Jake Schaefer. Great read on the defense to see the open hole for Bennett and gives the handoff. And those are the reads you want Jake Schaefer to get familiar with.
Logan Hennigan on to attempt another extra point. 5 for 5 so far tonight. Trying to make it 6 for 6. Kick is up, and that one's good. You can't tell me otherwise. 6 for 6 tonight on extra points for Logan Hennigan. Definitely a bounce-back game, Toby.
Faux show.
Faux show. 7:07 left in the game. 42-0 Warriors.
Maybe it wasn't good.
Oh, well, I saw them. Okay, there it is.
Oh, they just.
I
yeah.
saw them put their hands up.
I was gonna say I didn't. I thought it was good.
The scoreboard's just being a little slow tonight.
That's been slow tonight.
It has been slow.
So 6:34 to go in the game. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Bashir's Tree and Lawn, the Eric Craig Real Estate Team, and Chops Barbecue.
The clock will continue to run here. 6:15. Zach Wheeler to kick off for the Warriors. 6 minutes. Big boot. Fielded at about the 10. And he's got some room. Down at about the 36, 37.
On the return for the Tigers.
5:35 left in the game. So the clock's going to continue to run for Excelsior, so they're going to have to roll really fast here if they want to put some points on the board. So far, those last two matches, the Warriors have outscored them 92-0, Toby.
Tigers will start first and 10 from now on.
That's what you call pure dominance
Pure dominance.
and perfect football.
Touchdowns on this drive will be brought to you by the Simmons sales team.
There's a handoff to the running back.
Burkott Gant on the carry for the Tigers. Tackle on the play made by number 80, Dominic Butler. Second down.
Lots of new faces in on the defensive end for the Warriors. Lots of sophomores. Isaac Yoder on the edge.
Got a sack last week. Let's see if he can get another one.
Roman Roski as one of the corners.
Oh. Moreland went to his ankles there.
Ethan Schmidt,
Williams on the carry.
Schmitty!
one of the safeties. Schmitty.
Schmitty!
Tackled by number 58, Zach Stinnett.
And that man can flat out play.
Faux show.
Faux show. I know faux show. Me and him go hard in PE volleyball. I can see the athleticism. Faux show.
That run by Moreland's good enough for
He's
the
a big
Excelsior
dirt
Springs
bike
Tigers.
guy is what I hear.
He is. Lives across the street from me. I can see that dirt bike every day.
Ethan Williams on the carry for the Tigers.
Ethan Williams on the carry for the Tigers. Under 3.5 minutes here.
56, Isaac Yoder. Second down.
Ball on the Warrior 47-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
Chance Moreland on the carry for the Tigers. He's tackled by number 64, Michael Crouch.
Michael Crouch on the tackle there.
Moreland's good enough
The
for
sophomore.
Springs Tigers.
Many sophomores getting reps in. Future of this Warriors program.
For show. Two and a half left in the game. Another run play for Excelsior.
Ethan Williams on the carry for the Tigers.
Another run by Ethan Williams. It's about 2nd and 7 at the Warrior 32-yard line. As we approach 2 minutes. Moreland is going to take off on this one. QB draw. Gets the first down. Moves the chains under 2 minutes here. Minute 55. So Excelsior might just run out the clock here.
That run by Moreland's good enough for an Excelsior Springs Tigers.
I don't really see why they wouldn't, just to get some points on the board. It's another handoff. 90 seconds left.
Ethan Williams on the carry for the Tigers.
Minute 15, 2nd and 6 for the Tigers at their Warrior 21-yard line. It's another handoff. Oh, no, this is a QB draw. Moreland kept it again.
Chance Moreland
60 seconds left. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 10.
Moreland's good enough for an Excelsior Springs Tigers.
The clock will continue to tick. We're looking at 45 seconds. As there is another run by Moreland. For an Excelsior Springs touchdown as the clock will continue to run here. 35 seconds left. 30 seconds left.
Great performance by the Warriors tonight.
Yep.
Overall, great complete performances.
20 seconds.
They're gonna go win this game tonight and
15.
improve to 4-1.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And Excelsior's going to go for 2-5. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the game is over. Final score, your Smithville Warriors 42. Excelsior Springs Tigers 6.
8.
8. They get it?
Yeah, they got it. But Warriors win. And we're now 4-1, Boz, and
Feels good.
next weekend, homecoming.
How sweet it is. How sweet it is indeed.
Homecoming game versus Raytown South. Thanks for tuning in.